Okay, we're holding in Hilchas Shabbos and the Hilchas Havdalah, almost finishing Hilchas Havdalah. It's on page Shin Lamed Hey, Shalom. Hemshich to Pesach, we were talking about kosher bracha for women. The Shalom Kodesh says that women don't drink from the Havdalah because there is an opinion that Havdalah is a so the Havdalah is a shaykhis to Eitz Adas because there's an opinion that the Eitz Adas was geffen, so they shouldn't drink from it. The Bach says the reason why women don't drink from the kosher Havdalah is because there's an opinion that women are potter from Havdalah, so Mela they shouldn't drink. What's an afkamina between the reason of the Shalom and the Bach? So the Rebbe used to do Havdalah on the same kois of the kosher bracha, and the Rebbe used to distribute it, and also women used to drink from it, right?
Peretz says the Rebbe's minhag. Peretz does the Rebbe's minhag.
Right. My wife said they used to bother her. Her father used to force her to come get kosher bracha. You know, only at 770, you can get away with such things. The Rebbe didn't say anything, but he would force his daughters like Babish till Bas Mitzvah. Now she's not upset about it anymore. But
she resented it. Oh,
yeah, she was. Yeah, she was a girl, 10 years old. He'd force his kids to come with him.
Yeah, but you know what's precious now? She has a video going on whatever.
Right.
From the stone, you found it, right?
Never from kosher bracha, but
WLCC has to have it. Because I know I went by a Rebbe for Tanya.
And you found the video?
I never saw it. I came by for kosher bracha. I have pictures. I never saw it on video. I tried, looked at hours and hours. I was by Lekach. I was by kosher bracha a few times. Dollars a few times. Never once saw it. But they have it. I don't think it's for sale anymore. It used to be for sale. You could go into that guy's store.
Right. Now but they bought it, what's it called, bought it? Now you have to pay for it, right?
You have to make some money off of something.
Yeah.
The coffers are empty.
Yeah.
Look at the Kaila building over there.
Yeah, they charge for it. Actually, recently someone sent me two beautiful pictures. Wasn't even sure. I didn't think it was me really, but my wife said, "No, it's you," and she proved it to me it was me.
Wow.
And
that's pretty good. You never looked. It means that you never looked in the mirror.
No, because when you're 14, 15, you change.
Yochanan Davis, I once showed him a picture of him going by the Rabbi. He says, "Nah, that's not me." He has whatever. So
the fingers, right?
I said, "Is that you?" He says, "Nah." Then he's looking. Okay, it's me. Beautiful picture. He's talking to the Rebbe.
So we see that the Rebbe used to give out also for girls, and everyone came home. So it depends. If you say the reason of the Shalom that there's something negative, Sataka, the woman shouldn't, it's not shaykh. But if you say the Bach, because the women are part of from Havdalah, who cares about the from Havdalah? But the kosher bracha is shaykh also for women. So therefore, in a case where the Havdalah is both a kosher bracha, and then why shouldn't they drink of it? Okay, let's learn.
But we don't know if he would say that's only our svara. That maybe the Shalom never said that. Could be he holds alpha pekain. You shouldn't do it.
No, I'm saying according to the reason the Shalom that they don't drink is a negative inyan.
Yeah.
So pashtus, even if it's also kosher bracha.
You would still. Oh, you're saying he would still say.
Yeah,
it
would still say.
Right.
But the Bach says that the women don't drink it because they're potter. Okay, they're potter from Havdalah, but kosher bracha they're not potter from kosher bracha because the din is that if there is a zimun, they're chayiv to. Women don't realize it. Women, they get up and they.
Right.
The din is they're chayiv to answer.
Right.
And you see the story in the Gemara, Yalta, she got angry. She broke 400 barrels of wine because she didn't get from her kosher bracha. It's the charaya that women have a shaykhis the kosher bracha.
Why does the Bach hold that they're not shaykh to Havdalah?
Because there's opinion they're not shaykh Havdalah. It's a machlokes.
Smart grama?
No, because there is an opinion that they're part of Havdalah because Havdalah is not a din in Shabbos. Havdalah is a special Indian to do with lahavdal ben kodesh, v'achor, v'anatom ben ator, and nothing to do with Shabbos. Havdalah. Havdalah has nothing to do with Shabbos. The women are chayiv and everything is shaykhs to Shabbos. But that opinion holds that Havdalah and Shabbos is no shaykhs. Havdalah is no shaykhs to Shabbos.
Well, we say Amav ben kodesh zechol ben olchos ben yom shili.
Yeah, but it's not a din in Shabbos because a yid has a chiyuv to be mavdil between kodesh and chol. It has nothing to do with your Shabbos.
So, but it has to do with a woman. That's not a havzman grova mitzvah.
It's a mitzvah that it's not shaykh to women. Why should it be? It's sure it's man. It's lahavdil between this man and that man.
But the first thing we say ben kodesh zechol.
Okay, so the between the time, that's a time-sensitive thing. 6 days of the week is Chol, the 7th day is Shabbos, and there's a mitzvah lahavdil ben hakodesh ben hachol ben hachayim hachelos ben hachayim shaloi to ochel. So if you say that Havdalah is din Shabbos, you're respecting Shabbos, b'knisoso b'tziyoso, so women and men are the same thing when it comes to Shabbos. But if you say that Havdalah is poshet lahavdil ben hachayim hachelos, has nothing to do with women, there's no shaykhs to them. So the Bach says because there's an opinion that they're potter of Havdalah, so why should they drink the wine? But the thing is, when the Rabbi used to give kosher bracha, wasn't only that wine was not only from Havdalah. It was two things. It was Havdalah plus it was a kosher bracha from Bechs Hamazon. And women do have a shaykhus a kosher bracha from Bechs Hamazon.
Right. And anyway, even if also another thing is that it was since the Rebbe they poured in kima.
Yeah.
But the emes when it came to the women's turn to get a Havdalah, it was only
halachically.
It's Havdalah.
Okay. Sifches, ikar mitzvah Havdalah b'layla. The ikar is by Laila. Shochach hezid. In other words, if you do it the next day, you didn't do the ikar mitzvah. Shochach hezid v'leivta b'layla motzah Shabbos. He didn't do it. Yavdalah mach, you should do it tomorrow by day. Also to eat, drink, anything. The only thing he's allowed to have is water. Until he does Havdalah, kumash also malayla. If he ate Sunday morning before Havdalah, it's the same like the night before. It's the same din.
That's l'chatchila, not the diarrhea.
If he already ate, he ate. But l'chatchila, he has to make it Motzei Shabbos. He didn't make it Motzei Shabbos. He makes it Sunday. Which is Sunday. Yavdil b'yom sheni. Koydem sheyitim. Commission is bar b'yom aleph. Achein atzeif yom gimel until Tuesday. Av masham v'elech from there on. Ein yochel havdaloid. Lefish gimel yomim v'rishayim shal shavuah nikri yomim she'achar Shabbos v'nem echal Motzei Shabbos. The 3 first days of the week is a chelik of Motzei Shabbos. Av gimel yomim acharoinim yomim shalifnei Shabbos haba. There's no connection already to Shabbos, the previous Shabbos. The emphasis in the Gemara
is 2 days.
Right. There's a machlokes in the Gemara. And in the Yerushalmi also there's a machlokes.
So maybe you should do it without Shem Hashem.
So, the Alter Rebbe doesn't say that. But I guess the Shitta, because Apich Siddur, the other Shitta doesn't get pushed away so easily. Because there is a mahalach that the Rebbe a lot of times used to say that the whole week has a shaykhus to the previous Shabbos. Because there is a shit you could do Havdalah the whole week. Well, Apoel, we paskin so strongly like the shita that it's only first 3 days of the week of shaykhus to the previous Shabbos, the next 3 days of the week shaykhus the next Shabbos. If there's not Yom, it says that the Navodas Hashem Chassidim, they used to start getting worried on Wednesday. They used to start getting worried about Shabbos. That how are we going to go into Shabbos? It means Beruchnius. How are we going to go into Shabbos? How are we going to Shabbos? How are we going to make Shabbos? So, this is the way we paskin.
Yeah. Why by Havdalah, which is only a Derabanan, do we say you can't even do a Tima, Masheng and Kriyashma? You're just not allowed to have the Sudas Kfa.
Yeah, it's a good question. The pshat is the answer is like this: Hey Mamru, Hey Mamru. Chazal are the ones that set the rules. So I'm all the opposite because sometimes the opposite because it's a takana which people might think Krishna's there.
Oh, to take it seriously.
Yeah, sometimes faket smaller things they were more sometimes strict about.
Yeah.
So Hey Mamru, Hey Mamru, they're the ones that decided. They know the teva of a human being. And they said a very strict thing. They said, even by Krishma, which is Deraisa, Chazal never said such a thing. By Motzei Shabbos they said, Chas v'shal ma'ida eats, Mesoseh ba'askara. That's like a really strong thing. Elsewhere the Gemara says that a person, Achmon L'tzpanas Chayv Chenek, is Mesoseh ba'askara. And here the Gemara says a person eat a banana before Havdalah. It's like, Elamai, Azoy, Chazal.
Even regarding Shema Tefillah, even though it might be permitted, but it's still not a good idea, like it says in the Gemara in Brachot.
Right.
Someone who says, Ochal kima, eshte kima.
Right, it's not a good. But still, here it's like the question here is that how could Chazal? Here's a deraisa, and this might even be a derabonon.
What's a deraita?
Krishma.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
And Havdalah might be derabonon, and you're telling me that it's so strict that you can't even make a little team of Mesoseh ba'askara, because that's a Chazal understood.
No, it's not necessarily an issue of quality. It could be about quantity. It could be an issue of quality also. There's some things, even though quantitatively they're less, rather, excuse me, I'm getting confused with these two terms. Even though qualitatively they might be less severe, but the quality of them is different altogether.
Right.
So that has some specific issue
Right.
that requires more tumor
Right.
on that thing.
Similar to Yehudi Aveda, Koshim Aveda.
Yeah.
Obviously, when it comes to Maisa, if a person didn't do a Maisa Aveda, they don't get punished. Yet Chazal have the thing of Yehudi Aveda, Koshim Aveda. Sif test. A person does Havdalah from Sunday. So bottom line, Sif Ches is that a person does Havdalah till Tuesday. After that, he lost Havdalah. However, Hasif Tez, person does Havdalah from Sunday going forward. He shouldn't make the baracha on the fire. It's interesting, we discussed it when we had the Kinnos Torah here on Pesach. We only make the baracha on the oil b'leil matzah Shabbos. So that's when it was created. The same thing b'samim. It's only in that night Shabbos when the person is in pain that in the neshama you say the left. So Chazal said to soothe the pain you should smell the b'samim. But once it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, forget about it. It's also not only you can't do it, it's also to do.
That's interesting.
It's also to do.
It's interesting. It's also because you're not making a bracha l'tolo, so you're just not negated to this, but it's
Right.
It's making legitimate brachas.
I'm wondering another shayla, flip side for that.
And I'm sorry, one more thing.
Yeah.
Because the marshal, it's like it's also being mechabed the Havdalah.
Why?
Because like why do we make a kois to begin with on Kiddush? Because it's covered for the it's covered for Shabbos.
Yeah, but why is it going to be covered to put in the Bere Eish, Bere Mine Besam and Bere Eish in the...
No, Bere Eish I understand. That's mamish Motzi Shabbos raid. But for Rabbi Goffin, it's like not coming for anything other than to be mechabed the mitzvah.
That's what, no, versteht sich nicht Rabbi Goffin. You're just saying,
right, we're saying only Goffin this, cut out the Besamim.
Cut out the Besamim and the name.
Right. No, the nair for sure not, but the Besamim, you're not doing anything. Why would you say it's also like?
Why? Because he said it's a hefsek between when you're going to drink. You make Bari Pirigoff, you're not going to drink it.
Oh, it doesn't
That's
say
what he's
that.
saying. That's what he's saying. Also lahafsek bebechosim and berichas hayai l'shtiyasa. You're going to make Bari Pirigoff,
right?
And you're not going to drink it. You're going to make. So we're saying basically make Bari Pirigoff and drink the wine. And if you want to do besamim later, do besamim later.
Okay.
But
the pasha the kasha, if it's a half six, so he should actually make bar free get all the way at the end, like we do with Bichas.
No, so bro. Yeah.
Nah, usually Chazal Machayev you should make first Bari Pirigoffen. Why Chazal did that?
No, he's saying that should also be a hefsek. He's saying.
No, but that's not a hefsek.
That's part of the mitzvah.
Because that's the mitzvah. That's what Chazal said to do.
Shva.
The Chazal have the right to do something like that.
It should be or besamim.
No, there's no or Motzi Shabbos.
And then there's the chasima.
Which
No.
after Motzi Shabbos Baruch.
No, but
Next
he's asking why did Chazal Kaveh every Motzei Shabbos we should make first Bari Pirigofen and then Bari Moreish and Bari Samim. Why didn't they say every Motzei Shabbos? Do first Bari Moreish and then do Yain at the end.
That's a good question.
No, because Chazal have the right to do it, and the reason they did it, they wanted to show that all these things have a shaykhus to Havdalah.
Oh.
There's a machloikis in the Gemara. In Psochim, the Tanakhama said that when you have fire right away Matzah Shabbos, you have to make a bracha. We don't pass in that way. We pass in like Rabbi Yehuda. Rabbi Yehuda says no, you have to wait. V'soidran ala kois. You're supposed to do everything b'shas you have the kois. Why? Chazal, for whatever reason, wanted to do it all with the kois.
No, so he's saying, so why is that? You're saying,
do the same thing.
so they shouldn't forget. He's saying so that they should know that it's part of the ceremony.
Yeah, it's part of the thing. Like a chuppah. Exactly like a chuppah. You make B'er Priya Gofen, and then you do Sheva Brachas. B'er Priya Gofen, and then you wait a nice, 3-4 minutes from when you make the B'er Priya Gofen until you drink. Why did Chazal do that?
Oh, that's right.
Because Chazal wanted that it should be mitzad the chashivus of to give a chashivus to the shiva brachas, then it's done on a kois shel yain. So
But
therefore
if the
you
one
make
who's making the first bracha is not making the last, and then he walks back, he should take a sip, no?
no, because he has in mind that he's not doing it for himself, he's doing it for the chosin and kala. And even though it's berachas hanenim, but it's sort of quasi berachas mitzvahs because it's do with the shchasana.
Uh-huh.
But the bottom line is that there's a big hefsek you're making
Right,
afterwards,
right, sure,
many
yeah.
brachas.
Sure.
So why did Chazal do it? Because they wanted, because of the chashivas of the Sheva brachas, they wanted it to be after the B'er Priya Gofen. The same thing over here. When you make first B'er Priya Gofen, it gives chashivas later to the B'er Mereish and B'er Minim Samim. But that's a regular Motzah Shabbos. But if you can do it Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, forget it. Forget about the. It's interesting from the Lashon Alter Rebbe. Also lahafsik b'chosam. It sounds like if you want to do it later, you could do. So if a person wants to do Sunday night Boire Mine B'Samim, I have no problem with that. But I wonder, are you allowed to do Boire Mereish on Sunday night? Not in the Havdalah. Person didn't do Boire Mereish Matzah Shabbos. Whatever, there was no fire.
We don't make a bracha every time we put on the light.
It's not doing at the light, it's doing at a fire.
Yeah, but I'll tell you why. So there is we spoke about this Pesach, there is one of the Rishonim that says that the reason we don't make bracha on the fire when we turn on the fire is because we were never Masiyach Das. Motzah Shabbos you make Boire Mereish, and 24/6 you're allowed to use fire. But once there was a Shabbos is also to use fire, so now there's a Hesach Hadas. So now you have to make a bracha. So my shaila is, the Alter Rebbe says Sunday night you can't do the Boire Mereish as part of the ceremony of the bracha because then there's a hefsek. Right, because then no,
second reason.
No, he says you can't do it. He says the end. He says aval achekach ein lam inyan lekois avdol lefikach also lahafsek b'chosam bein b'chsein l'shos. It's also to be mafsek with the bracha. But if I want voluntary, I'm asking a shayla, not in the Lashon Alter Rebbe. If I want to make Sunday night Boire Mine B'Samim, I'm allowed to, right?
Sure.
But if say I want to make Boire Mereish,
Can't.
so I'm a pashtus now.
Because it was miyuchat for Motzah
Because we heard
Shabbos.
it's miyuchat for Motzah Shabbos.
But
That's
you could do any day, any time. It just brought you something.
it's smelling it.
Has
It's like you make
smell.
Boire Pri Adam, you get a banana any time day of the week.
But Remesh is unique for the Havdalah bit. Yom Tov.
Because Motzah Shabbos, the
Motzah
fire
Shabbos.
was created.
Yeah,
There's no other time you
Motzah
can make that bracha.
Exactly, it's a unique. It's a unique bracha.
Okay, fine. Weiter.
But maybe you could say it without Shem Malchus. Like the Svarim say that if you have a suffix bracha.
Oh yeah.
If
What
there's
is
no
the-
Inyan, there's no
What does
Inyan.
the Amshinov Rebbe do when he makes Havdalah on Tuesday? I wonder if he makes Borei Mereish.
Next time Rabbi Segel comes, we'll ask
We'll
him.
have to ask him, yeah.
Why Amshana?
He makes a Pesavdallah like.
No, but he's the Moonkachs.
No, he had a he said he's friendly with
Yeah?
him. Epis Mishpacha also.
oh.
He's a Mishpacha with everyone. Okay, so summarize. Halacha Ches is they could do Havdalah till Tuesday. Halacha Tes is if you do Havdalah after Matzah Shabbos, you don't do Boire Mereish and Boire Mine B'Samim. At least not as part of the Havdalah. Misha Sif Yud. Misha Isana Gimel Yomim Gimel Leilas Matzah Shabbos Veilach. A person that fasts 3 full days. it's like an unusual thing, and the next three sifim is like, but like you find in the Megillah that it happened that Mordechai Tzaddik made such a gezerah. In the history, we have in several times. It happened a few times in history that there were tzaddikim that made a gezerah of a tainus for 3 days. It's very unusual, but unfortunately, it happened. It happened many times.
The Sifrei Kabbalah talk about it also regarding certain tikkunim, that certain tikkunim require fasting 40 days in a row. It isn't really any big deal. Like you see the Muslims fast in Ramadan for 30 days in a row.
You believe that?
Yeah, look.
But they eat at night.
They eat at night. Okay, but so if you don't want to fast for 40 days in a row, if you fast 3 days and 3 nights in a row, it counts as 40 days.
But you're allowed to eat at night.
No.
Oh, nothing.
Right.
You counting 40 days also taking off your life. 40 years off your life.
I don't understand.
It makes you sick.
Did you ever try it?
Never.
So try it. You see.
You've tried it?
No one answered it.
Okay, I guess.
In the morning, you need.
I guess so. So for some people, the next halacha will be relevant.
Like you see, people who live in the concentration camps. A lot of people didn't eat for 3 days or 3 nights.
Okay, but no one came out saying that it was pleasurable. Mishisana Gimel Yom Gimel Eilis, a person that fasts 3 days and 3 nights straight. Badel Motzah Shabbos Ve'elach. Yishma Havdalah Machedim. She hear Havdalah from someone else. V'mein Achedim Etztaf. If he doesn't have other people, Yochanan Havdalah Shabbos can do Shabbos on Shabbos itself before the fast starts. And plug him in Chalamayla Bloshim Besamim V'Neir V'Lishtas Makos V'Achich Mekabel Atanis Lo B'Lali Yavorach Alaner B'Sam V'Lakois. He should do Havdalah after Plaga Mincha. Yochel Sparal Arv is Gamkim by Jem Kan Shavdalah Chikr Krishma Bismanik Moshkov Besimen Eish Sad Gimel. Aval Mishis Ana Beis Yomim Balavad. If he's fasting only 2 days, Lo Yavdal B'Shabbos and B'Yom L'Motzah Yom Beis. If he's fasting for 2 days, then let him wait, because if from this sif and also from Sif Ches, where the Alter Rebbe says that there's 3 days to do Havdalah, the Rebbe is medayik something. There is a machloikis in the Achronim. Is it that Motzah Shabbos or Sunday is the time for Havdalah, and as a tashlumin you could do it the other days, or is it that
It's Chag till then.
right? It's what would be the nafkamin? I don't know. I mean, take out a child over here, bar mitzvah, because whatever, that's complicated for whatever reason. But say a simple nafkamina.
He might to someone else.
Why? What's the difference? I mean, if you're doing the Iker Takona or not the Iker Takona, what's the difference?
And maybe someone would rather do it himself. Who's
I was thinking of a simpler nafkamina, not an everyday nafkamina, but Rahman al-Islam, the person that became a shoita, and then he became normal. So if you say that the Iker Havdalah is Motzah Shabbos, or say Sunday. So if he wasn't around, if he wasn't normal for the Iker Takona, how could he be chayiv in the tashlumin of the Takona? But if you say that like the Rebbe says, that's mashma al that all 3 days are part of the same Havdalah. So a person Rahman al-Islam was meshuga, and then he got drugs and he got medication, and by Tuesday morning he cleared up. Now he can make Havdalah. So let him make Havdalah. What's the difference? Right. Because the Rebbe is medayik from this halach and Sai and Sif Ches. It sounds that the Alter Rebbe holds that all 3 days are equally chayiv in Havdalah. Okay. That's all Alter Rebbe says. Yom Gimel Yom Rishon.
You don't have to be normal when Shabbos was in. You only have to have been normal when you had the Takana.
Right. So if he was Meshuggah Shabbos, Sunday, Monday.
Right.
And he became normal Tuesday.
Right. That's a big chiddush. Because it's like you're only mechuyev to be mavdil if you know what you're being mavdil, if you know the difference between kodesh and chol. But if at the time you didn't know, so what
okay. So then,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. You could say that
Havdalah is like has to do with that.
That's what right. So they say that about a cotton also. So you could say that it's true. That's why I didn't want to use cotton. They say that it's irrelevant, because if the kid was not even if a kid, they say that Achronim say, even if a kid becomes bar mitzvah right after Shabbos, the bar mitzvah is Matzah Shabbos. He's potter from Havdalah because he was potter from Shabbos. So how can you say he's chayiv to be Mavdal when Shabbos l'chol? When Shabbos was around,
Right.
he was a cotton, so he's
Maybe
not.
someone that was in a coma
Oh, that could be, yeah.
because he wasn't
That's
around.
good.
Not a shoyta, not a shoyta.
Yeah, coma.
A koyma shleimer or not a koyma shleimer?
There's a lot of words in English that are connected the real perush. Coma means to stand up, and it means to go down.
יש תחינות between המבדיל בין משוגע לנורמה.
Or maybe also a guy who slept, wasn't in a coma, but he just Rip Van Winkle. Let's say he wakes up on Monday and Tuesday.
Was sicker.
Yeah, someone slept the whole time.
Maybe
Is he
shikr.
mechuyev in Havdalah? The guy went to sleep Friday afternoon, and then he woke up Sunday afternoon. Whatever. He had a bad bout in the bar.
It's category of משוגע.
3B.
Misha,
Does he have to make Havdalah?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But Pashas, yeah, because the Alter Rebbe holds that all 3 days are the same thing. It's not a tashlumin. That the Iker chiyuv is Matzah Shabbos or Sunday, and then there's a chiyuv of tashlumin. The Alter Rebbe, it sounds like that the Alter Rebbe, all 3 days are the chiyuv of all 3 days are the same thing.
But that's only if you experience the Shabbos.
Oh, right. So that's a separate thing. If you're gonna have that taina, I have no answer for that taina. That's a separate taina
Right.
here.
Oh,
If you say
we're over that.
right.
There's a difference between sleeping and being in a coma. Because when you're sleeping, it's not like, excuse me, go back. When someone who's in a coma, he loses, like for instance, if he has made a shlichut. So when he's in the coma, I don't know if the shlichut is valid anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone, if he was just sleeping, like since you can wake him up anytime.
I hear.
I know the post can talk about this thing.
Right. L'mashal, if he sent a get,
Yeah.
right, and then he became a shoyta, so you can't give a get b'shas a shoyta.
Like
If he's sleeping, b'shas, you give the get, is not a problem.
Right, but if he's in a coma,
Yeah.
it's something else.
See if you doubt.
Mamish make Havdalah on Shabbos. It's a big pella.
Yosher Nissan and Bezum.
It's a pella. Know that a person can make Havdalah from Plag and Mincha on Shabbos itself.
Right, but the Gemara says that. The Gemara says that in the beginning, I think, Taf Chov Zayin.
Because you
Rabbi-
can buy
yeah,
the Plag and Mincha.
yeah.
Okay, but he can't.
And the
It's a
Iker
big chiddush.
Takona, original Takona of Havdalah was really Betfila from Ezra, from the times of Ezra. So we see that Rav held that you're allowed to do Havdalah from Plaga Mincha.
It's a pella. Wouldn't that? But if that's not your minig, in other words, how could that? Fine, that's only if you hold the Plag and Mincha. You know, like we can't, like Kata the Sasri, you're not allowed to daven Ma'ariv right after Plag and Mincha.
But it would be.
But here is a little different.
It would have done without Aish, right?
He would do without Eish, right? That's what he says. On Motzah Shabbos, he'll do the Eish. This guy is going to fast. He knows he's fasting for 3 days and 3 nights, which again is an unusual thing. It turns out that apparently it still exists B'zman Hazeh, but I thought it's irrelevant. So he has to do something. It's a special case. He has to do something. So Emestak, it's not his minute to do it usually, but today he has to do something special.
Even by the Goyim, they fast. There's a famous guy on the radio. His name is Beck. He's a very good friend of the Jews. He's Glenn Beck. So he declared a tinus so that Trump should lose. That's a shut. Mamish, that's a from guy. The Eibishter wants him to die, and we have to do a tinus so that the Eibishter, we should find favor in the Eibishter's eyes. He says.
And advice this didn't help.
Yeah.
So maybe you should give him the 8th of Shlosha Yom Ritzufim.
I'm not thinking. I don't know, Paris. Was that what he said? I didn't see what he said. I didn't read it. I just heard it.
That he's going to fast.
Was it 3 days in a row?
This guy is a Republican or a Democrat?
Big time Republican. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And he's upset that
He
this guy.
wanted Cruz to win.
Uh-huh.
Well, listen, he could use the loss of weight. He's a pretty big guy. So
It's not that big.
I'm just kidding.
So if you doubt.
Yosher Nissan and Bezum.
The Republicans are upset.
Some are. It's all baloney. They just don't want it to tarnish the Republicans' image. Some of his shittas,
Yosher Nissan.
but they all believe the same thing. They believe the exact same thing, that the country's going to pot. Just don't want to say it.
Sif Yudalef. Mishim Esana Beis Yom Vebeis Leilas Lefnei Rosh Hashanah Chol Rosh Hashanah B'Yom Gimel. Lo Yamtem L'Havdalah Matzoi Yom Beis. Person who's going to fast, and then when the time he finishes fasting, it's Rosh Hashanah. So then he can't do Havdalah in the night of Rosh Hashanah. Why? לפי שהצטרך להם yak nahaz al kois echad el pas echad כמו שצריך ביום תשכמת שבס תם שיסבור ויש בזה אישה משום שאין אמרים בהסכוס שזה kois echad שגידש יום תפקידש יום נעצם ואין לעניין לבדולס מה תשב של חל. Just like we said earlier, means yesterday, that einos mitzvahs chavilas. You can't make bundles of mitzvahs. It's not nice. Every mitzvah is a separate inya, every mitzvah is a separate kois. When we usually do yak nahas, shemaskirin kedusha Shabbos gam b'avdalah, Yom Tov gam b'avdalah, shemavdilim ben kodesh lekodesh, harei kiddush b'avdalah kein echad. Usually, when we do yak nahas, so the kiddush and avdalah is on the same kois, it's different because over there it's not ben kodesh lekodesh, it's ben kodesh lekodesh. So kiddush and avdalah is not so different here. Kiddush is to declare the kedusha of Yom Tov, and Havdalah is to talk about the difference of Kedushas Shabbos and Kedushas Yom Tov. So it's not really considered two separate mitzvahs. You're talking about bringing in Kedushas Yom Tov and the nafkamina between Kedushas Yom Tov and Kedushas Shabbos. It's not considered a separate thing. Avokan, but when it's a regular Havdalah that you end up doing on Yom Tov because you fasted for 2 days, for example. So you're connecting two things that have no connection. Here's a mavdal ben kodesh l'choil, declaring the difference between kodesh and choil, and here is talking about bringing in the kedusha of Yom Tov. It's two separate things. So you can't, as we explained earlier, which is you can't make a mitzvah chavilas. If what happens, Taki, he fasted, now it's the night of Rosh Hashanah. Yishma Kiddush Machedim, you should hear Kiddush from others. He shouldn't, then, after he hears from them Kiddush, then he should make Havdalah. Should he also litum klum kaidem Havdalah? So he can't taste before Havdalah. So he has to hear, first, he has to hear their Kiddush, then he has to make his Havdalah, even if they make Kiddush on Pas, if they make, say, they're going to make Kiddush on, they don't have wine, they make Kiddush on bread. So he's Yoitza, the Kiddush part of it, but not the Hamoitzi part of it, because then he has to go and make Havdalah for himself. So this guy, he heard say they made a moitzi leil Rosh Hashanah challah. He was yotze kiddush. Now he makes havdalah, but he wasn't yotze the bech of a moitzi, so he still has to make hamoitzi because he make havdalah in between. This halacha of Yudid Aleph and Beis is not relevant for most of us. We don't fast for 3 days at Tzufin or 2 days at Tzufin. So it's nicht so eine Gehe. Asif Yud Gimel. Havdalah l'yayin v'roitz l'isad miyad. A person makes Havdalah. He writes once to eat malav malka. Im bechaz hayayin shel Havdalah but eres hayayin shel patei chasud and zbor b'sim kufay dalad. It's very, very problematic. So therefore, the best thing is right after a person makes Havdalah to make ala gefen. Because why? Afterwards, because there's a big.
Have to make a bracha anyway during the Sudan.
No, because it's a big shaila. Because the wine that you drank here that you made Bori Priagofen is not considered a very choshev bracha according to some opinions. Why? Because there is a din that the bracha, for example, of the yain that you drink in the middle of the Suda doesn't pata the yain of after the Suda. Why? Because when people drink yain in the middle of the Suda, it's to wash down the food. Those days after the Suda, they used to take away the table, and then they said, they used to relax, and they used to sip wine, lekovid wine, not for washing down the food. So the Bori Priagof in the middle of the meal didn't pata the wine from after the meal. Some poskim hold that the wine that you drink by Havdalah is not choshev. Because you have no choice. Chazal said to do it, you do it.
And you also, you don't sip, you gulp it down.
Right, exactly. It's a gulp. It's not. Now you're going to sit from Lava Malka, you're going to relax, you're going
Smell
to
it a
bring out
little
the
bit.
Atazoi.
Swirl it.
Oh, so then that Shitta holds that this. Oh, so this is. So therefore, it's a whole machloikis. If it gets complicated, therefore, the best thing is right away you finish Havdalah to make a habit, to make right away Alagef. And Agavuch, it's a good habit anyway.
I do lehefich.
Why?
I have in mind to be whatever I'm going to not only
Fetish
the
in mind. If you have a fetish in mind.
No, also why? Also why? Because yain is put to all other mashkim. So
Right.
even if you don't drink any yain during the Lav Malka,
You're going to do the other
but
mash.
you'll drink water and tea.
But I want to tell you something. You see, with the Mukhrish, that the Rabbi used to wait when he didn't make Havdalah. If he made Havdalah right away, he opened the siddur and make Alagef.
Oh yeah. It was
Not right away. I'm sorry.
After
We discussed it. Right. We discussed it. It was a big hefset why. But anyway, when someone else made, say Rabbi Keller used to make Havdalah from the sukkah. So the Rebbe used to sit there and wait to hear that he finished making ala geffen. Okay, Bechlal, it's a good, unless a person knows himself otherwise. These are one of the brachas acharonis that easily a person can forget. You make Havdalah, you do v'yitn l'chod, you get busy with this, that, and the other. You can easily forget to make ala geffen.
Right.
Make right away ala
Watching the
geffen.
movie, you forget.
Well, he doesn't watch it.
The gem
The
video,
one that drinks the water in here doesn't watch the video.
the gem video, and the popcorn.
Every day.
Can I ask another question? I understand that the yain after the suda was mochoshev, but this is yain during the suda.
No, but they hold that
The yain that
the
you would-
yain that you're going to have by Havdalah is not choshev yain, because you have no choice; you have to drink it. The yain you're going to have in Malav Malka is choshev yain.
Okay, but on the other, can't you see a different side that the yain you had in Havdalah was a mitzvah?
Also, there's a machloikis. No others disagree.
Uh-huh.
So you're going into machloikis. So that's the
Okay,
the
but
problem.
oh, so you're saying so have in mind not to be. Why don't you have in mind to be? I'm saying why doesn't the
Okay, so if that's your eitzah, he didn't say an eitzah.
I know.
I said it. The Alter Rebbe just says, "Hamavdala layayin v'roitz lisad miyad nizbor b'simen kuf ayin daled v'sham nizbor." Whatever. I'm just saying it's a good habit to make right away the brocha ala gefen, and that's it. This way you know you have no problems.
Well, okay.
If you have a different eitzah, okay.
Right, I'm saying, but on the other hand, you could be making a brocha and a tzricha.
If you know mamish, you're going to have right away Malav Malka.
Right.
But if you make it as a practice that every month of Shabbos you rake right away ala gefen, because I'm scared I'm going to forget. That's not. And then okay, so then 2 minutes later your wife says, "Okay, let's have Malav Malka now."
Right.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying personally, I use it as a zoras to eat a malav.
Eat a
Malka.
malav.
Something they don't eat a malav malka.
Okay, fine. So if you do it that way, Alter Rebbe didn't say what to do. That's what he says. If
It
there's
sounds
a,
that it says it's not choshev. I mean, it's a mitzvah, right? Even though it's
right. So there is a svara to say that it's more kosher because it's a mitzvah. There's other svara to say that it's a big mitzvah, but when it comes to that gofen part of it, that wine is not so important to the person. So
when you make kiddush, it's also you have to.
In the biography on Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach, it says that when he was a kid, he saw Yosef Chaim Sonnenfeld take like a wine that was on the bottom of a plate that they made kiddush on, that they put the candle out, whatever, and he saw him put it into a cup and drink it. I once mentioned this. No? Yeah, in his biography on Rav Shlomo Zalman, published by Feldheim. I'm almost positive. I haven't
so what
seen
was
it all.
I knew what did
I'm
he
just
take?
saying, he took from it that the chashivas for
The chashivas of the
the mitzvah. That even though it had, they put the candle in it, and it's like, but I don't even know. I don't remember if they put the fingers too.
It's not maus.
Yeah, no, he did. No, that's only if you consider it. If you don't, doesn't bother you because it's a mitzvah.
Ask Rabbi Brook. It's a zayda. So
Yeah, exactly.
But what is this business of extinguishing the candle with wine
I have to
from?
write this down.
What
Was he
I
asking?
do is like I pour the run over wine. I drink it.
So why?
Beautiful. So you like you hold like you
No,
like.
but I don't extinguish the candle in it.
Where do you extinguish the
I
candle?
just pour it out.
Are you supposed to blow out a candle?
I hear. No. I'm going to look into. I don't know. It's a good shayla.
What do you mean? He's saying why would you use the one?
Why would he use the yain? You're ruining the yain, the spilled over yain.
Can't.
You can do it with water.
Is he asking a question or he's just saying?
Asking a question.
You're asking a question?
Yeah. Why
I
not
didn't
use?
think I didn't see it. What, are you asking a kasha?
Well,
Or you're just saying that's your minig?
well, no, I asked the question, where does this business of
Oh, where
exchanging
does
the candle into the wine come from?
Once he calls it this
That-
business,
that's
so you
the-
know it's a
that's-
kasha.
That's the question I asked.
I got it,
The statement
Which
I
one
made
comes
was,
from?
and the statement I made was that my minhag is just that I drink this spilled over
Right.
wine.
I'm saying,
Well,
is
the
that-
pearl-
let's say, but is this your minhag that you established, minhag Rabbi Aaron? Or this is,
I didn't establish it. I just
Well, you
that's the way I've always done things.
that's, I'm saying, so that's your minhag,
I
meaning
did- yeah,
Rabbi
okay.
Aaron Racklin,
Well, if you want to call it that. But I never viewed it as if I'm.
the Radak.
It's not as if I hereby establish this new minhag of doing it this way. That's the way I've always
There
done
must
it.
be. There
Did
must be
anyone
a
ever
reason.
tell him that you're not supposed to blow out a candle?
I've heard that.
So why do you do it?
Because I never knew the source for that.
All right, so go on to the Otzar Chacham. We have here 10, 20,000 svarim. You can look it up.
I'm not that interested in it because I don't know of any
Maybe you're doing
source.
something wrong.
I don't know of any legitimate source for that. For all I know, it's just some
For all you know.
It's
For all
most
you know.
likely a minhag Yisrael, in other words.
Exactly.
they
Who says it's a
made
minhag
Shh,
Yisrael?
listen to him. Baruch is, he's the Baal Shem the Zaynik. Listen to him.
Okay,
No,
what is it?
no. I'm clearing like that because I hear what he's saying.
I think you. Oh, I thought you were
It's one
saying.
of those things that probably
He
has
doesn't know
no.
like candles on birthday cake.
It has a shemetz.
No, you
It probably has a
No, you
shemetz
don't, right?
of a reason.
No, we don't.
Exactly.
That's a
Who
minhag.
says it's
Not to blow out, right?
Not to blow
We
out.
go like this with our fingers.
Yeah, with like
Exactly.
that.
David knows.
So
And then you
why
have Dayan
would
David
we
and the Baal Shem
so
the
why-
Zaynik.
No,
Why
no,
would it be
no,
any-
don't quote me on that.
Why would it be any
The
different
only
for a
reason we
hot
say,
dog
the
candle?
only reason we say we
First
don't
of
blow
all,
it out is
this whole
because it's
business
putting
about
out
not
ruach.
blowing it out. You say
And we have
it's
Yehuda
about
here.
Israel.
So we have 3 Yehudas that are
Did
against
you interview
one.
all Jews in
Against
the
the
whole
lady.
world?
Lady
It's
can't
minhag.
find
It's
it.
minhag.
Okay, let's do one more
Who's
sif.
minhag?
Sif Yudalit. Imroitz Elisa take it Havdalah. A person eats malka right away. Tzarich lizor shliyovet lechem l'shulchan kedem Havdalah. Don't bring the bread to the table before Havdalah. Maybe brought the bread to the table. Tzarich lechatzos, you have to cover it b'mapa with a shmata. Adach Havdalah until after Havdalah. Shlayira apas boishes, so the pas doesn't become embarrassed. Shirim min adin, tzarich lagdim bechaz alechem bechaz yam bilim min adin. Bechaz alechem comes first. Kishiroitz lechel miyad if he really wanted to eat it. Lefi shum mugdam liyayim b'shevach eretz Yisrael b'pasuk eretz chitos oira. In the pasuk, the chita goes first. So therefore, you're supposed to make the bracha of chita first. Now he doesn't want to give precedence to the bread because he needs to do Havdalah. But it is a bizayin lo, it's a bizayin for the bread. So therefore, you should cover the bread. If he's not planning to eat, it doesn't have to cover it because there's no embarrassment. It's only if they were both going to be consumed now, and the shaila is which will come first, so then it's a bizoyin to the bread, which has a shaykhis to Pesach. What's the shaykhis to Pesach? Because we're covering and uncovering the matzah, covering, uncovering. And part of the reason we cover and uncover has to do with the busha.
The rest of the stuff.
Because of the Hisha Amda, we want to say Al Koi Shel Yayin. But we don't want that the Lechem Oini should have busha, so we cover it.